I don't know what's going on. Man, let's just get into the video, man. Man, comment if you got something, opinion to say, and subscribe if you like the video, my friends. But even if you don't like the video, give it a like. It's just there. Press it. It's a nice little button. Just press it. It look cute when it flare up and do all that extra shit.
As the officer just said, we got a self-proclaimed rapper that managed to drop a diss track the same day he was arrested for murder. A man who arrested a year later for the demise of his friend. And if what authorities alleging him of doing is true, the crime was the demise of his friend. And if what authorities is alleging him of doing is true, the crime was done only a month after just coming home. The same day he dropped one of his biggest songs to this day. A young man who was arrested more than 10 times in the last 10 years.
Bro, these rappers getting hectic by the day.
Talk about who he is, his crew, his past, his beef in the streets, some of his music, and why he just got arrested for murder for the demise of his friend a year later.
My God.
So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no name, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Find me, Isaiah Kelly. His rap stage name is KFN Spec. The KFN stands for Came From Nothing. He from Mobile, Alabama.
Okay.
He rep Foxes and Fours. Now prior to this arrest, he was arrested for almost a year in 2022. He was charged for shooting into an occupied home. But to really give you an understanding of who KFN Spec really is, we have to go back to 2015, 9 years ago. KFN Spec was only 15 years old and he started getting arrested. In 2015, he was arrested and charged with being one of 7 teenagers who surrounded and shot a woman during a carjacking attempt.
God damn.
On Monterey streets. The victim was on her way home from work when she was shot in the face. Kelly admitted being there when it happened.
Oh my God, bro. Yo, these little kids, yo, what the fuck? Bro. Like, come on, yo. A woman? What y'all do all that to a woman for?
Another suspect admitted to pulling the trigger. The victim lost her right eye in the incident. Isaiah Kelly, aka KFN Spec, was arrested 2 years later, in 2017, for a shooting near Thomas Civilian Community Center. Now Kelly, aka KFN Spec, he was 18 years old at the time of the shoot. 2 teens was injured in the shoot. 18-year-old Jamarcus Holyfield was also arrested in connection with that shoot. Now Holyfield was also found guilty of reckless manslaughter in a shooting that killed 15-year-old Anisha Baker. May she rest in peace. A love of condolences to her family. That incident happened at the Grand Hall in 2018. Now Holyfield was said to have been targeting a rival gang member who go by the name of Jamarcus Jefferson, who later passed away. Now prosecutors say Kelly and Holyfield were gang brothers. But then just a few months after the shooting near the community center in 2018, Kelly was one of 3 people arrested on several charges after 3 people were hit by bullets after the annual Trinity Guards parade. But charges against Kelly in that shooting were dropped just a month later. No one would talk.
A man is dead and 2 others injured, including a child, after a shooting near the Trinity Gardens Mardi Gras parade today. WKRG News 5's Haley Kennedy is joining us now. And Haley, those at the parade say that they heard these shots ringing out right as things were starting to roll.
Yeah, Asher, everyone that I talked to today told me that they are just disappointed that such a fun event turned out to be a tragedy.
That was brokenhearted today. My heart was really broke.
Ruby Hoppins says after hearing gunshots just across the street from where she lives, striking a 20-year-old man who MPD says was found lying in the middle of Next Street near McCants Avenue.
When I walked to the corner and saw them try to retrieve him, I couldn't go no farther.
The man was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead.
Me and my grandkids was getting ready to go to the parade and we heard pop, 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 and I stopped and we didn't go.
Those other gunshots struck 2 other people, including an 18-year-old who MPD says is seriously hurt and a 16-year-old boy.
Oh, wow.
It really was.
All happening Saturday morning just off of the Trinity Garden parade route that was getting ready to roll. Hoppin says it's usually a tradition for her and her family to go, but today they stayed home.
Don't you see all the finers in the yard? My family come and we get together, we eat, and everybody go back home. Everybody be safe.
However, this is not the first time the Trinity Garden parade has seen a scene like this. This video shows a scene from 6 years ago in 2018 where 3 parade watchers were hit by gunfire, but thankfully survived. 3 men were arrested in that case. 2 of them pleaded guilty to assault. The third was shot and killed at a Pritchard gas station last March.
And these stupid ass niggas don't even be caring that they be doing this type shit. Like, that's actually, I wonder, like, what do your homeboy be thinking, like, after you did that, and then you hear the results, like, that you hit innocent bystanders, and nigga be like, what? Let's just say you ain't even hit your target, but you hit innocent bystanders. Like, what do your homeboys be thinking of you? Like, damn, nigga, they don't never think in your mind to be like, yeah, yo, this shit is dumb. They be just still on the go.
Says enough is enough.
Stop the violence. Let the law break whatever need to be
I'm
broken.
sorry, miss, but that ain't happening. That ain't
Police have not
happening.
made an arrest and are asking anyone with any information on the shooter to give them a call. Reporting in the studio, Haley Kennedy, WKRG.
Fast forward to 2022, 4 years later, KF Inspector, 23 years old. He got a name in the streets at this point. He's starting to drop more music that's starting to pick up. But in May of 2022, Kelly would get arrested again. It was a Saturday in connection with a shooting that happened on March 18th, 2022. According to Mobile Police, they say their officers discovered 2 homes and an unoccupied car in the 1100 block of Quigley Street that were hit by bullets. No one was injured. Now, mind you, at this point, they saying KF Inspect and his crew terrorizing the streets. In fact, they said they was responsible for more than 5 shootings in the span of a month.
Just in the span of a month.
And what the city is doing to fight it. Just yesterday,
5 shooters. Damn, that just clicked. 5 shooters was in a span of a month. Good God, boy, y'all niggas was out hitting. Y'all was out hitting. And this is why I be saying, like, these young cats, man, they be just worrying about the killing, man. They don't even be caring about the money nowadays. They be worrying about catching the body, leaving his hat down. Fuck!
How prosecutors believe the shooting death of 15-year-old Lisa Baker at the Grand Hall was the result of a gang rivalry. We'd looked back at several other shootings and uncovered a disturbing trend. 8 innocent bystanders have been injured as a result of this ongoing street feud, and some of the suspects are linked to more than one crime. News 5's Katerina Lukatich sat down with Mobile Police Chief Lawrence Batiste to see what police are doing to address the problem.
As we learn more about the Grand Hall shooting, we're getting a deeper look at how gangs relate to shootings throughout Mobile.
There are groups of them that form gangs together,
they can't be
and that
stopped.
seems to be what they're doing, and innocent people are dying.
News 5 has connected 6 shootings to gang activity, 5 of them in the last year. Those happened at the Thomas Sullivan Community Center, the Trinity Gardens Parade, and the Grand Hall. There were also shooting deaths on Driftwood Drive and Lafayette Street. Prosecutors say gang brothers Isaiah Kelly and Jamarcus Holyfield were both indicted for the shooting at the community center. Kelly was charged in the 2015 shooting of a woman on Monterey Street and is also charged in the shooting at the Trinity Gardens Parade. Holyfield is charged in the Grand Hall shooting, where he was said to have been targeting a rival gang member, Jamarcus Jefferson. Jefferson was later killed in a drive-by shooting on Driftwood Drive. Several hours later, police say another man was killed on Lafayette Street in retaliation. Mobile Police Chief Lawrence Batiste says they have an intelligence unit working specifically to identify these gang members.
We will go after them, and we will make sure that when we find them committing crimes in our community, we will certainly do everything within our means to get them locked up.
In the last 5 months, innocent bystanders have been injured in these gang shootings, 3 at the Trinity Gardens Parade, 5 at the Grand Hall, including Anissa Baker. Chief Batiste says he's committed to stopping the violence, but is also calling on parents to monitor your children.
If they believe that their child or loved ones are associated with a particular group of individuals that may identify themselves as a gang, then as parents, they need to speak up.
Speak up to your children and to law enforcement. Chief Batiste hoping the community will come together to help put an end to gang violence. In Mobile, Katerina Lukatich, WKRG News 5.
Niggas crazy.
As we mentioned, Speck did under a year for his arrest in 2022. But just last year in 2023, his close friend KFN Jason was wanted by local authorities for a robbery. His brother ended up getting gunned down by the police after allegedly trying to run out the back window with an assault rifle. His name was Cordell Jones. May he rest in peace. He was one of 3 people who was shot and lost their life by Mobile police officers in a span of 6 days. May they all rest in peace.
This morning in a house on Charles Street between Gale and South Broad.
Bro, these guys are dropping like flies.
Cordell Jones was shot. The SWAT team was serving a search warrant. Police say he was trying to climb.
Tell me this though. Why do the young people want to kill so goddamn much? Like, why is that so big of a thing? Like, in the broke community, why do people want to kill each other so much? Like, why?
Found out who police were looking for, and it wasn't Jones.
Yeah, Fox News reporter Ariel Mallory now joining us live from MPD headquarters. And Ariel, you found out police were actually searching for Jones' brother.
Yeah, that's right, Byron. According to MPD, the SWAT team was at the house looking for 19-year-old Jason Jones in connection to a robbery. But tonight, it's still unclear why Cordell Jones tried to make a run for it. Tonight, one brother is dead and another is in jail after Mobile police executed a search warrant this morning. This is what Charles Street looked like just after 6 o'clock. Officers and detectives covering the entire street from one end to the next.
At some point during execution,
shot the whole
search
block
warrant, an individual jumped out of the back window of the house armed with a weapon.
That man now identified as 24-year-old Cordell Jones. Chief Prine says Jones was carrying an AR-type rifle, causing an officer to fire multiple times, shooting Jones at least once. Prine didn't say if at any point Jones pointed the rifle at officers. MPD says Cordell Jones wasn't the target of the search warrant. Instead, it was his 19-year-old brother Jason Jones. According to MPD, Jason was wanted in connection to a robbery.
I wonder what the damn gun laws down here, y'all. I wonder what the gun laws is down there.
With robbery. Police say more arrests could be on the way, and they plan to be transparent with the community.
Just ask people to be calm. We would ask people to understand.
Just walk around with big ass shit.
The community to partner with me and to trust me, and I can assure you that I'm going to be transparent where I can be transparent, and I will.
This is the third law enforcement involved shooting that's happened in our area within the last 6 days. A man killed in Elsinore last Thursday after deputies responded to a vandalism call, and again the next day in West Mobile when a Mobile County Sheriff's deputy shot a man while serving a warrant. Now, the officer in this most recent shooting has been put on administrative leave, which is standard. It's unclear if there is body camera footage of this shooting. If there is, we certainly plan to ask MPD to release that footage. Live tonight at MPD headquarters, Ariel Mallory, Fox 10 News.
So now we know who KF Spec is, what he's been doing in the last 10 years since the age of 15 with the law. This is where we really got to pay attention and why we're doing this video. On March 11, 2023 is a crazy date for KF Spec. He dropped a music video titled Lil Crop. He got gloves on in the video. He mentioned that he can't show pose because his PO know they ain't props. And he also mentioned another Mobile, Alabama rapper who's now currently incarcerated once again. Honeycomb Brazy, alluding to his fans that Honeycomb Brazy was stopping his mail while he was in jail, or at least trying to. The song had over 100,000 views and counting.
I ain't trying to stop my mail. All I did was switch the name and drop the pack, still made my sales. I'm a demon straight from hell.
Honeycomb Brazy have responded.
You ain't lying.
Homie. I'm the same ain't used to send you money. I took care of you for real. I'm grinding. The whole jail know that though. I ain't got nothing to say about you though. Y'all can have the internet. I'm so out y'all leave. I don't want no smoke, but don't put my name in no song. Police shaking my head. Now the same day that video was dropped, March 11, 2023, was the same day a young man lost his life at a block party while standing at a gas station. His final moments was captured on camera. He was identified as 24 years old, Demetrius Hunter. He was gunned down outside the Brothers Quick Pick gas station on Mercraft Highway. It was around 8 p.m. I'm told the block party was going on at the location at the time of the shoot. And according to investigators, Hunters was shot once in the torso and was pronounced deceased at the scene. But in 2016, at just 17 years old, Demetrius Hunter was one of 3 teens in Metro Jail who sat down with the news and gave his reason on why he felt more safe carrying a firearm as a teenager.
In tonight with an update to last night's homicide in Pritchard. The victim, identified as 24-year-old Demetrius Hunter, gunned down outside a gas station on Mare Street and Craft Highway. Tonight, you'll hear what investigators are telling us, and from a young Demetrius Hunter who told our cameras 7 years ago to put the guns down. It's just not worth it. A block party takes a terrible, tragic turn last night in Pritchard at Brothers Quick Pick gas station.
Look, check it out. I'm all about the piece of shit, but it seems like, I mean, not saying that it ain't pointless, but it seems like no one hears it but the ones that don't want to do that type stuff. And then there's some of them that don't want to do that type stuff, but then when they get to a mad point, they go do that type stuff. So it's like, and when I'm saying type stuff, I'm talking about go kill someone. But not telling you to go kill someone. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying like that, telling them to put the guns down. It seems like it just go in one eye out the other, go in one eye. Them niggas gonna do what they want. That's all I'm really saying.
Investigators identified the victim as 24-year-old Demetrius Hunter, shot once in the torso, pronounced dead on the scene.
Demetrius Hunter being charged with assault second and shooting to occupied vehicle.
In 2016, just 17 years old, Demetrius Hunter was one of 3 teens in Metro Jail who sat down with our then reporter Devin Cafaro to discuss a very disturbing and sometimes deadly trend.
Why did you feel the need to have a gun?
My area where I stayed at, and something's going on. We're getting robbed and stuff happening, and shootouts and fights and all that. You know, I just felt safer with a gun.
All 3 teens very candid about why they decided to pick up a gun and what it felt like.
It felt like power.
Felt power?
Yeah, like you know, you ain't scared of nobody.
Tonight, Demetrius is a victim, the latest to be killed by gun violence, something he told us 7 years ago was a vicious cycle among young people who feel like they don't have any other options but to carry a gun to protect themselves.
I didn't want to die. I was scared. People that want to be like that, people that want to live that lifestyle, they think that's the way to live. But once you get back here, it don't matter what you did or how you did it, you'll be a nobody back here. It ain't want to be worked on your life away.
Even as investigators continue to follow leads into his murder, Demetrius's words still hold true 7 years later.
Put the guns down. You got a problem, walk the other way. Find a job. Just stay out of trouble. Don't think a gun. It'll keep you out of trouble because it only bring more trouble. Some trouble that you can't get out.
Right.
At this time, no arrests have been made in the case. If you have information that can help investigators, call Pritchard's Major Crime Division.
It can protect. It took 499 days for someone to get arrested for an incident that took place on camera in front of hundreds of people. And according to the victim, Demetrius Hunter mom, this was a suspect who she knew very well and was very close with her son, and has yet to this day got a reasoning on why this was done. Isaiah Jamal Kelly, aka KF Inspect, was later identified and arrested. And when asked, did he have anything to say to his alleged friend mom? Well, check out the news clip.
3 years, and you know that I'm not gonna rest until I find out what happened to you that night that you was left alone and you died.
New tonight, a mother grateful after waiting more than a year for an arrest in her son's murder.
In March last year, Demetrius Hunter was gunned down at a gas station in Pritchard. That incident caught on surveillance video. Dozens of people were running from that store.
Yeah, late this afternoon, Isaiah Kelly arrested and charged with murder. Fox 10 News reporter Ariel Mallory live outside Metro Jail tonight.
And Ariel, Kelly's no stranger to Metro.
My baby always
No, he's
looking
not,
good.
Lenisa Lee. In fact, jail records show Isaiah Kelly was already on probation, charged with 3 counts of shooting into a house 2 years ago. And it also shows a long list of other violent charges going back to 2017. Now, he didn't have anything to say on his way to Metro today. The victim's mother has a lot to say.
They have arrested someone in his case and charged him with murder.
Tonight, it's this news that Sharon Thomas has been waiting 499 days to hear. An arrest in the death of her 24-year-old son, Demetrius Hunter.
Isaiah, do you have anything you want to say about this?
family?
What about his mom, who has been mourning the loss of her son? This was the suspect, Isaiah Kelly, on his way to Metro Jail this afternoon with nothing to say. Kelly is charged with murder. Back on March 11th, Hunter was shot and killed outside the Brothers Quick Pick gas station on Mayer Avenue in Pritchard. This surveillance video shows the moments before the gunfire. The mother says the shooting was personal because he was killed by a friend.
I just felt so relieved and so ecstatic, but then disappointed at the same time of the person that they did charge with it, because they was friends.
It wasn't only this video that helped in the investigation. Sergeant Lonnie Parsons says the public speaking out was crucial.
Luckily, we had witnesses come forward. As in any case, witnesses are key. We absolutely believe the streets are a lot safer now that he's behind bars.
This case is one of several that the Mobile County Sheriff's Office has taken over from Pritchard. Thomas says she had to keep faith that her son's killer would be brought to justice.
And you know what? It right there, man. And like, we understand what's going on. I don't know what made him do that, though. I'm pretty sure he ain't do that for no reason. I just got a feeling he didn't do that for no reason. But he did what he did.